In this video, I'm going to show you how to pull open your neck for instant pain relief. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over some great pulling, stretching exercises that may give instant neck pain relief. And I'm going to make it very easy. I'm going to break it up into parts where it's going to focus on the front, the side, and the back of the neck. That way you can pinpoint areas that need the most amount of attention. All of these exercises, they're easy to do and you can do them in the comfort of your own home. So let's get started and pull open that neck for some instant pain relief. In this part, we're going to focus on neck pain off to the side by targeting two big instigators, the levator scap and the upper trapezius muscles. Let's start with the upper trapezius. You can do these ones standing or seated. Just have very good upright posture. There's two different ways to target the upper trapezius. This one is probably my favorite. What I'm going to do, whatever side that I'm having issues, let's say I'm having right-sided neck pain, I'm going to take that side's arm, bend my elbow at 90 degrees, and then slide my arm all the way across the small of the lower back until we feel an activation of the upper trapezius muscle. It should feel like pretty much from the top of the shoulder going into the side of the neck. Once we feel that, what we're going to do is then take our ear on the other side, so in this case my left, towards my left shoulder by grabbing the side of my head and passively pulling it over. When you do this, you might get a sudden pop, click, crack, release, whatever you want to call it, into the neck because it puts a lot of good mobility in there. But do not try to force this. Just go towards a comfortable stretch, and then we're going to hold this for 15 seconds. From there, just relax, take a breather. What we're going to do on the next repetition is try to stretch into it a little bit more. Try to do that for 3 to 5 complete repetitions, and then when you're done on one side, switch to the other to keep them both in balance. Another way to hit the upper trapezius is with a shrugging motion. So again, start with very good upright posture. Whatever side that you're having pain, you're just going to shrug that shoulder up towards the ear as much as you can until you feel the upper trapezius activate. From there, it's very similar to what we just did. We're going to grab off to the side of the head, and then we're going to pull our ear in the opposite direction until we feel a deep pulling motion into the side of the neck. From there, I'm just going to lower my shoulder down, almost like trying to grab something off the floor with my hand. And this really creates a very deep stretch. This one feels great into the right side of my neck. It really helps pull it open. Hold this one for 15 seconds. From there, just relax. And then on the next repetition, try to stretch into it even more. 3 to 5 repetitions, and then switch to the other side to keep them both in balance. Next, let's focus on the levator scap, a really big instigator of neck pain, even more so like right off to the side here of the neck. What I'm going to do, start with very good upright posture. This one is known as the armpit sniffer, and you're going to see why. I'm going to slowly turn my head in one direction, kind of like looking over my shoulder. When I'm looking towards the left, you should start to feel a good stretch in the opposite side, into the right. From there, I'm going to look downwards towards my armpit, kind of like 45 degrees towards the floor until I feel that stretch start to intensify. From there, I'm going to take it to the next level by taking my hand, placing it on the back of my head, and passively pulling my chin towards my armpit. This creates a very, very deep, wonderful stretch. Hold this one for 15 seconds. You're just going to relax, and then you're going to stretch into it a little bit more on the next repetition. You want to do that one 3 to 5 times on both sides. In this part, we're going to move on to the back of the neck with one of my favorite ways to help pull it open. I call this one the hands-only neck traction. We just need a flat, elevated surface for this. So depending on your height level, you can use the armrest of a couch, you can use the edge of a bed, a desk, a chair, even a kitchen countertop. But we are going to start off on our knees, so make sure to put a pillow or towel underneath them for extra comfort. So let's start with our contact point. What I'm going to do is feel right at the hairline, right behind my ears. You're going to find 2 nodules right here. That's where we're going to hook with the meaty portion of our palm. So we want to kind of put that right there, hook around it. I'm also going to cup around my ears just like this. So I'm hooking upwards, cupping around my ears. My elbows are going to be bent, and I'm going to place the back side of my arms flat on that elevated surface. The movement from here is very easy. I'm going to pull forward, kind of like through my eyes, 45 degrees, while lowering my body, kind of my butt, down towards my heels. The more that you go down, the more that you're going to feel a deep stretch start to form in the back of the neck. I feel it all the way from the base of the skull down to the base of the neck. It feels really good. Once we hit a deep, comfortable stretch, let's hold this one for about 20 to 30 seconds. Just do nice, slow, controlled breathing also. When you need a breather, come back up like this and take one. You want to try to do this one for about 3 to 5 complete repetitions. And with each repetition, try to stretch into it just a little bit more. You can take this one to the next level too by, instead of going straight with it, take it at a little bit of an angle. So let me go a little bit towards my right. I'm just going to do this, pretty much going in an arc, exploring different angles with it in one side and then switching towards the other. You're going to notice that one certain spot, like let's say it's right here going off to the left for me, hits that neck tightness just a little bit better. I make note of that, and at that point throw more repetitions in. Always focus on the areas and movements that offer you the most amount of relief. So here's a way to pull open your neck pretty much anywhere. It requires no equipment, and you can do this one right at work. Start with very good upright posture. You can do it standing or seated. You're going to have to bear with me on this exercise because I'm going to have to put my hand on my chin, so I might not be able to speak the easiest. Take the webbing of one hand, place it right above the chin right here. I'm going to start off by doing a simple head retraction. That is drawing the head back as much as I can with my hand right here until I feel a very deep activation of the muscles in the back side of the neck. Once we hit that point, I'm going to take my hand on the other side, put it on the back of my head, hook into the top of my head, and then pull it forward. So it's a two-part motion. We're pushing back and pulling forward with our head at the same time. This really puts a deep pulling traction into the neck. It really helps take pressure off of it, and it also will help with things like tension headaches. But I try to hold this one for about 15 seconds. I relax from there, and then on the next repetition, just try to stretch into it a little bit more. Try to do that for about 3 to 5 repetitions. What you can do to take this one to the next level is, instead of going straight with it, go at a little bit of an angle. So I'm going to just turn my chin slightly towards my left, and then I'm going to repeat this process. I'm going to do this all the way across as much as I can, and then from there I'm going to go all the way towards the right. You're going to notice that one certain angle hits the neck the best. Make note of that and throw more repetitions in at that point. Here's how we can target the anterior or front part of the neck. This one is easily done at the edge of a bed, but you can also do it on the flat edge of a couch. Just lie flat on your back just like this. You want to position your head where it's going to go off the edge and just allow gravity to take it. In this position, you should already start to feel a very good stretch, a pulling motion into the front part of the neck. How we're going to intensify this one is just take your hand, put it right below your chin, and slowly push upwards to cause more of a passive stretch, and really focus on feeling it right in the front part of the neck. Once we hit a very deep but comfortable stretch, hold this one for about 20 to 30 seconds. But if it feels good, you can hold this one for longer, upwards towards a minute. When you need a breather, just come back up. But I try to do this one for about 3 to 5 complete repetitions, and always stretching into it just a little bit more with each repetition. Let's take this one to the next level by incorporating some dynamic movements in there to challenge the muscles just a little bit differently. So instead of going straight back like this, what I'm going to do is turn my head in one direction, kind of like looking over one shoulder. You'll notice that it hits the muscles just a little bit differently. From there, I try to push my head down just a slight bit to cause that passive stretch. Again, holding this one for about 30 seconds. From there, relax and then just repeat it on the other side. You want to do that for a couple repetitions. You can also do a lateral bending motion. So that's kind of like taking your ear towards your shoulder. What I do is I take it down all the way, and whatever direction you're going in this case I'm bending towards my left, it's going to open up the other side of the neck, so you should feel a very deep stretch into the right. How to take this one to even the next level is to take your hand, place it right on the side of the head right here, and then pull your ear towards your shoulder just a little bit more. This creates a very deep stretch. Again, try to hold this one for up to 20 to 30 seconds, and then you can just switch to the other side and repeat. But go through all of those motions. If one just feels like it targets your neck pain a little bit better, helps stretch the front part of the neck out a little bit more, throw more repetitions in at that point. So if you stuck around to the end of the video, you're going to be rewarded with a great daily exercise that's really going to help pull open the neck, and it's going to do all of the hard work for you. This is known as banded decompression traction. I'm going to be using a simple pull-up band. If you don't have one, I will leave a link in this video's description. They're fairly inexpensive. So to set up our pull-up band, we're going to go right to a door. We're going to loop it around a doorknob on the other side and then close the door. That way we have a stable anchor point to do this exercise. So let's start by getting into position. I'm going to lie flat on my back. I'm going to take a medium-sized hand drying towel, roll it at the end of the pull-up band for extra comfort, and place it right at the base of the skull. It should hook right there. From there, I'm going to look up and make sure that my band is not twisted and my whole body is in line with the band, so it should be nice and straight. We shouldn't be tilted off to one side. From there, I'm going to take 2 fingers, put them on my chin, and then do a slight chin tuck, taking my chin down towards my chest. From there, I want to keep my head flat on the floor. I'm going to use my legs, my body, to slide downward away from the door at this point. The more that we go down, the more tension is going to be placed on the bands, creating a hooking, pulling motion known as decompression or traction into the neck. It feels really good. I try to hold this one comfortably for about 30 seconds, but if you're able to, hold it for longer. Me personally, I try to go towards 3 minutes. I just grab an iPhone, a book, anything that will take your mind off of it. Try to relax into this stretch as much as you can too. The more you relax, the better that this works. So just do nice, slow, controlled breathing. When we need a breather, we just slide back like this. But I try to do this for about 3 to 5 minutes, and you can split that up into as many repetitions as you want. To take this one to the next level, we can throw some more motion in there to target the muscles a little bit differently. So take your fingers, put them right on your chin again, and do a slight chin tuck all the way down as much as you can. This puts the neck into flexion and it really intensifies that stretch. So give that a try. You can also do extension. That is taking your chin away from you, taking the head backwards, and it will target the muscles again just a little bit differently. You can also do rotation. That is looking over one shoulder in one direction and then going all the way towards the other. You can also do a lateral bend. That is taking the ear towards the shoulder and doing that on both sides. Go through all of those motions. If it feels like it's just targeting your neck pain a little bit more, again, throw more repetitions in at that point, and I hope that that gives you very quick neck pain relief. If the exercises helped you, please support us by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing to the channel too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.